Combat Fitness is a mixed martial arts academy. We do a mixture of different individual styles, including Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, submission wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, a little bit of karate, and basically what we're trying to do is make these kinds of arts accessible to everyone in the community, kids, older adults, women, but we also have an elite, a more elite group of fighters that are interested in competing in amateur, possibly professional mixed martial arts. Well, I can certainly understand why people see it that way, but when you look at the way these guys train, when you look at how they interact with each other in the locker room and how they interact with each other after the fight, it's very similar to any other sporting event that you would see.
Yeah.
The injuries are comparable to any other sporting event that you might see. I think a lot of times people think that way because they have never been involved in any type of contact martial art or sport. But basically our first goal when we're teaching people in the beginning is to keep themselves safe, to keep themselves out of harm's way. And that's why you see everyone walking out of here, you know, and as opposed to being on the stretchers, because they know the risks going in, and they train for it, and they're prepared. And, you know, unlike a game that happens every week, you know, people will fight every couple of months, they'll recover, they'll go back to training again. There's a lot of evidence that mixed martial arts, because of the nature of it, the submissions and that sort of thing, actually causes less long-term injuries than someone who's playing a sport every week, or even a boxer who's getting hit in the head maybe hundreds of times during a fight. Conditioning, we want to make sure they can last 3 rounds. Well-roundedness. Going back to what I said before, I don't want someone charging in the ring trying to get a quick finish to the fight, because that usually gives something up to the other person. So the first thing I teach them is defense. You know, how to avoid taking a lot of damage, how to avoid getting hurt in a fight, and how to read your opponent. And so if the opponent's a stand-up striker and you're a stand-up striker, you know what to expect. If your opponent likes to take things to the ground, you need to be prepared for that too. So I don't let anyone get away, and I tell my fighters when I think they're ready to fight, I don't let them you know, basically go in there with any misconceptions that if you're not well-rounded, you're not prepared for whatever the other fighter's going to bring. It is kind of a preference of mine. I think James is a bit of a counterpuncher as well. We both like to read the other opponent. I just think it's a smarter fight when you can read the other opponent and take what they give you and react to it, as opposed to forcing the issue and trying to force something that might not be there. Nobody was more surprised than me at the success of this event. You know, and our event is not the only one happening in Vermont. I think the popularity of the sports are really coming to a hill. I would like to see the Burlington area become a hub for this kind of thing. I would like to see, but I'd like to see it happen in a uniform way, where we are making sure that we're protecting the fighters first, and that we are concerned about safety, and you know, basically create that awareness that it is a sport, it's up and coming, it's very important for people to realize that we're not out to hurt each other, we're out to win a competition.